Alright, here's the pyramid garden. Let's check it out. Up here in Kula Maui. There's a recent foxtail agave. These are all pumpkins and wonder beans. These are apple bananas. There's a hybrid sugar cane back there too. Sweet potatoes are growing all through this whole thing, taking over. This is the chayote. It's also called the pipinola and other names. Let's see. Pretty big guava tree down in there. Here, I'll show you in case you want to take a look. There's several different kinds of sweet potatoes here. This is the yellow one. This is the purple one with the white outside. They call it the Okinawan. This is like the Hawaiian one with the double purple outside inside. Baby apple banana. This is a turmeric plant that I started. It's doing pretty good. I've already eaten it once and replanted it, so keep it going. This is my guava tree. It's about 3 or 4 years old now. You can see it's making all its guavas for the season. Coming out. There's probably like 50 on the whole tree total. Yeah, these are more pumpkins in this patch here. Climbing up. It's my scarecrow bob. It's not really much crows or birds around here that need scaring, but keeps my plant homies company. This is a purple sugar cane in here. It's being taken over by the chayote. Should probably clone it and move it. I'll show you this real quick. This is the other sugar cane I've got going. It's like a hybrid green and purple. And down in here, these are just some coffee beans I'd thrown out. Picked them up the road in Kula. Kula coffee beans sprouting. Keep an eye on those guys. Maybe transplant them at some point. Here's the rest of the yard. Maybe I'll show that towards the end of the video. Here's this giant monster bamboo we planted. Sweeping bamboo. A huge thick stalk coming out. It's gonna be a monster. And this one's a black bamboo. And here's this new shoot. I've been babying it for like 9 months. And finally it made a big giant new shoot. Transplanted that one, cut it off the main source stalk. Random sweet potatoes that jumped up from the bottom of the garden just with some soil. It's a rubber tree. This is the Vril, the 4th pyramid I've built on this property. This is like a throw to the lighthouse of Alexandria in Egypt, you know. This is the Sphinx, obviously. They both faced east. This is the rising sun. Just a couple throw-ins there, you know. Tie-ins to Egypt. Ancient Egypt. This is the Vril. My best friend Crystal dubbed it as such because there's a Vril mark underneath it, and it also sort of represents Taurus, the eye of the bull, Aldebaran. If you want to get deep in this stuff, the Vril energy runs through everything. But that's another story, I suppose. A half-hour long story. Anyways, yeah, so I'll just explain about this real quick. There's organites all the way through it. Organite energy generators starting at the bottom, and they go all the way up through the middle on the inside. And then up here I've got a giant quartz crystal. There's an amethyst. It's a peridot lava rock. There's organites up there. There's organites all over it on the outside too. Here's a black raspberry bush. I've got several of them here on the property. This is another apple banana, the biggest one I've got. There's some babies coming out. More sweet potatoes. There's a coffee tree. This one's doing really well, you can see. Planted that about a year ago. This is the Cuban red banana. Got one here. This one's just exploding. It's got all kinds of babies and offshoots coming off. And this is a plantain here. I just got it from my neighbor up the road and said, what the hell, put it in. And like, these are some of the black raspberries that are ready. Fresh and ready. Let's see how big they've gotten. And first they, obviously, these ones start off red, like a raspberry, and then they turn this color. Pretty damn tasty. This too is another throwback to, you know, Ryan's belt, Osiris. Here I've just got these 3 mini pyramids, just as I've got it down here. So these are prickly pear cactuses, more sweet potato, another black raspberry, avocados. Those are about 3 years old. This one's about 1 year old avocado. More apple bananas. There's another coffee tree. It's a shiso plant. And all sweet potatoes taking over everything. Here, this is a little mountain apple tree. You gotta help him out a little bit. Get in here, whichever. And so there's another apple banana. This berry bush is just going off. This is a dwarf avocado. Apparently they don't get very tall before they start giving off avocados. So that's cool. There's a lemongrass. And let's move on to these. These are all Hugo beds down here. Hugo culture. So these are all sweet potatoes again, you can see obviously, and the weeds are kind of starting to take over. Another foxtail agave, the shiso, more berry bushes. The berry bushes go all the way down this line. They're just starting to get taken over by the weeds. This is a peach tree, I believe, either peach or it's a plum. Not 100% on that. You can see I got shiso all the way down the line too, and there's also aloe vera all the way down the line here, but it's kind of overgrown. Can't see it at this point. These are tomatillos in here. Let's see if I can find the right one. The tomatillos are just taking over too. There's an abundance. These were beans. I'd already gotten a whole harvest of beans off of these. Wonder beans. Come back and get those. Oh, I don't want to waste them. Here, take it. Yeah, I had a whole harvest of those, and then here's my corn. I had a whole harvest of corn in here as well. And there's 3 towers again. This is like Osiris's belt. Star King, you know how we do it. In the pyramid garden. So those are some more beans. You can see that's when they're more dry, they turn the pink color. Let's see, I'll walk through this sea of sweet potatoes. This one is actually the red one. Red outside, white inside. They call it the Japanese red. This one is right here. This one is the Molokai purple. You can see some of the leaves are starting to get white like that. That means I gotta harvest it soon. There's starting to be a bug, a little green bug that gets on them. Gotta kind of renew the patch every so often. Here's the shiso, more berries. Let's see. Here's my aloe plants. There's a whole line of them. They're just kind of chilling in the shade. Oh, these are not quite ready. I've eaten all the good ones. They're still growing. And here's these newer beds right across the way. This is my new crop of corn, some kale, mint, sweet potatoes, these are purple beans. And in here, they got a little bit stunted. I planted them a little bit late, I think, in the Hawaiian season, if there's even growing seasons here. As we lose an hour or two. More lemongrass, corn, tomatillos in here too, cucumbers. I just did a giant cucumber today off of this little plant here. He's making another small one right here. That's the next one coming out. It's delicious, by the way. There's some thyme down in here, mint, more berries. Here's a little clone of the purple sugar cane that I had started. Kind of called this the TF bed when I made it, twin flame bed, so I kind of like to put purple things in it. Purple sweet potato, purple beans, sugar cane. Here's another little small bed. Got some Russian red kale or purple kale, whatever they call it. This is a collard green, I believe, just a little stunted one. Some more beans, another lemongrass. I've got the lemongrass pretty much everywhere. This is the Divine Child Pyramid. It's called Horus. Introducing Horus. You can see the sweet potatoes taking it over. Can't even see the outline anymore. I've got 2 tea leaves here. One for me, one for my TF. Best friend crystal. Pretty awesome one. Anyways, here's more berries. My compost bin. Let's see. Got these nice cherry tomatoes going off too. They're freaking delicious. I'm planning to spread them around the garden some more. I've been saving all the seeds. Every day I just come out here and pop off a couple of them. These are the tomatillos. They are super easy to grow. You just kind of throw them down. That's it. There we go. Here's this last bed down here. It's a long one. More corn and lemongrass and sweet potatoes and tomatillos. Let's see. You can see all these tomatillos going off here. Just in abundance. More lemongrass. This is a really nice flower. I thought it was a fig tree from my friend. He let me dig it out of his yard, but it's not. It makes a nice yellow flower. Not sure even what it is, but decided to leave it. This is citronella, or citron, or whatever they call it. I don't know. I don't think it's actually citronella, but it has that smell. You can see these sweet potatoes are just creeping everywhere. I'm loving it. This is the Divine Feminine Pyramid, also known as Isis, the Egyptian goddess here we're talking about. All the weird stuff. And this is the Divine Masculine Pyramid, Osiris. There's my dragon dude. Got it for my nephews when they moved off the island. What's up to Dante and Damien, Diego, Donovan, Ramon, Tomas. This is what do we call it? Jacaranda. Jacaranda tree. Planted that when it was just a little baby. It's getting pretty big. I'm impressed with it. You go around these pyramids too. These all have organites all the way through them too, and some of them have copper and pipes and there's organites on them. And this one's the Divine Feminine, so obviously I've got succulents planted all over it. This is like the water stone, or whatever you want to call it, sacred stone, but it actually rings like a bell too. Here I'm trying to find a stone I can strike it with. It's kind of like a quartzite or something like that. You know, this is like some Michael Tellinger stuff. Finding bell stones out in Africa, South Africa. That's a mystery in itself. But here, yes, this ain't a very good resonating stone, but let's see. Let's try it again. It's a little better. You can see it kind of has strange qualities to it, and obviously it has this weird recess in it. Who knows how that formed? Some weird lava trick or magic, or you know how the stones roll. You can get down in some pretty trippy ways. Yeah, and this capstone here, it's given to me by some very good friends, and apparently they found it here somewhere, one of the beaches. They wanted to donate it to the pyramid garden, and I went ahead and poured organite, and it's organited here to the top. You can see these olivine crystals all the way through it. Natural crystal formation in Hawaii. Found it on most of the lava flows. Pretty intense. I've got a rose quartz obelisk and a few little organites and crystals. This one is dedicated to my best friend's grandmother, Miriam Herwig. When she passed away. Put it here for her. It's kind of special. Giant Himalayan quartz crystal. This is a piece of Bumpy's birch. Jeez. This is a big papyrus I put on here, so we grow those in our yard. Gypsum papyrus, you know. So this is the divine masculine pyramid. Got one of these cool, they call it like something horn, a stag horn, or something like that. They're pretty cool. They grow on rocks and trees and stuff like that. Here we've got a chayote vine creeping on this pyramid. There are out chayotes all over the place. Pyramid chayotes. These quartz stones are from Rhode Island. My homie sent them to me. Crystal. That's a special stone too right there. From a secret beach. It's the heart stone of the pyramid now. And I built all these pyramids by myself, by the way, and let me tell you, it wasn't easy moving this guy. Pretty huge stone. You can see all these mosses are starting to grow on it. I'm like really digging that. These little patches of moss. That kind and this kind. There's a third kind. It's kind of probably hidden down here. There's another avocado tree. There's a few of them down this line. This is the Snow Queen. Naive. It's a hibiscus hybrid. You can see those. Makes a nice red hibiscus, but the leaves are all variegated and wonderful and stuff. Yeah, there's another berry bush. My flags. Dragonfly. My house up there. Live upstairs. Quite the spectacular view, let me tell you. Living up here. Oh wait, here, like this is my kale getting overgrown. It's doing really well though, the bugs don't bother it. All organic garden. All hugelculture beds. Naturally fertilized, grass clippings, dead wood, you know, stuff like that. I can get my hands on. It's one of those antique insulators, electrical insulators from an old telephone pole. Probably from California somewhere. My dad collected it. Get into that sort of thing. So yeah, these are the three pyramids. Here, let me get a better view. And this also represents, sorry, that's the critically low sound. Crazy buzzer. These are the three pyramids that represent Osiris's belt too. Calling the Star King down to earth. For star magic, those blessings. Yeah. And pretty soon I'm gonna redo these three standing towers here in the back. And plant them all with corn. Here you can see this chayote has gone wild. This is growing everywhere. Creeping up this hill. This type of kale has gone to seed, or it's starting to make its flowers. These are the three I'm going to redo. Dig out all the beds, take out all the sweet potatoes, clone them, put more dead wood, grass clippings, leaves into the ground, cover it back over with soil, take out all that cane grass. That's the next step. This is what I'm working on today. Show you if the battery doesn't die on me here. The big rosemary bush. Prickly pears, cactuses have been growing for like about 2 years now. This is the most impressive one. And I actually think this is an orange yellow one, and these are the purple red ones. I just knocked off a pad. As these things grow all over Kula, and you just throw down the pad and it sprouts out roots. I suppose you can plant from seed too, but that's not how I did it. So this is my newest hugelculture bed. Explain it to you. I've dug out this big hole, and I'm gonna keep taking all this dirt out here, and then I'm gonna take, I got all this pile of dead sago palm leaves, and there's a bunch of dead wood I've been collecting here just from the ground, but I'm gonna go all through here and gather up all dead wood and stack it up in here and make it like a big mound of it. Then I've got a pile of dead grass clippings and dead leaves. I'm gonna put that on top. I'm gonna probably put those on top of that. I'm going to soak the whole thing down, make sure it's nice and moist, and I'm going to cover this over all the dirt. That'll be a good bed, good to go. These are the pumpkins again. Back side of the pumpkins, and there's actually some lilikoi coming out over here. Off there. Video was telling me the battery was critically low, but here, let's finish it up. I'm not sure what kind of lilikoi this is. It's different than some of them, whether it's the Jamaican or some other one, but it has really orange flesh around the seeds. Anybody knows about that? It's not the purple one either. So yeah, you can see this is like the next step. Clearing out all this and making these into hugels. This is a lot of work, but it's worth it when you're growing your own food, feeding people. Just what Mother Nature provides us with. And the graces of Madame Pele, letting us live on a volcano island paradise, tropical garden. This all has to get cleared out in here. Maybe I'll build myself a shack down there. Who knows what the winds of change shall bring. But hey, that's it. That's the backup plan. Oh shit. This is like the power stones. There are power stones. Check out this stone. It's pretty epic. These are like lava bubbles here. I'm not sure. I got all these crazy succulents growing in it. It's a huge stone. At one point I was going to try and move these for the pyramids, but then I realized how crazy that would be by myself. Trying to do that. And look at this stone. That's a big guy. Not easy to move. This one's orgonited into place. Orgonite dome. Quartz crystals. Piezoelectric effect for those of you who aren't familiar with orgonite. There's another one. Feathers of my chickens. Alright, let's go take a walk up to the front garden. We've still got time. Some lovely views from the garden. There's our dogs. There's Coco, the pug. Rhino, the mutant corgi. Video got cut off again. Sammy, terrier, chihuahua. Koa tree. Oh, hey Sambo. A lot of bamboo. Owns the golden tropical yellow stripe, whatever they call it. Papyrus. An orange tree, avocado, plum, avocado, apple tree, peach tree. These are all avocados in here too. See what else we got going on here. Little sago palms. A mini vegetable garden over here. Lime tree, kaffir lime tree, the lemon tree, or bananas. This is the Vietnamese guava. It's pretty damn delicious. Tastes like a pear. Hybrid. Bird of paradise. Succulents. These are all ridiculous amount of succulents we have on the property. Big old fern. Oh, these are some tigers. Tree tigers. A Norfolk pine tree. More succulents. There's a whole line of tea leaves that we planted all across here, getting bigger. More succulents. Look from the deck. Video stopped again. Cell phone smart. Doesn't want to kill itself. Run out of batteries. See the garden. Here's the view of the island. This view alone will blow your mind. There's my best bob. Best bobcat Romito. Norwegian forest cat. Straight out of Haikuyo. View of the island. It's the 3 pyramids. Blessing everybody as they drive up Haleakala Highway to the crater. It's right down here. You can see it right down there. View of the island. Let me tell ya, when you wake up to this every morning, you'd be building pyramids in your backyard too. It's all cloudy up there. Can't see Haleakala. Maybe the clouds will come down. Surround us in the Kula fog, yeah, Romy? As often the case. Some other rare plants down there. I think they call them, I forget the name right this second. Anthurium? Something like that, I think. There's a line of tea leaves again. You can see them all. It's a really cool orchid. I've had that orchid for about 25 years, no joke. It's been in a pot. Finally made it to the ground. Finally made it to Kula. Garlic chives. All down that line too. Yep, it's the video. This is the weirdo responsible for it all. They call me Ghost Dog. Nah, name's Curtis. Aloha.